1. Which of the following laws primarily governs the cleanup of uncontrolled or abandoned hazardous waste sites? A. RCRA. B. CERCLA. C. TSCA. D. CAA. 2. Under RCRA, which of the following best describes a large quantity generator LQG? A. Generates less than 100 kilograms of hazardous waste per month. B. Generates between 100 to 1,000 kilograms of hazardous waste per month. C. Generates more than 1,000 kilograms of hazardous waste per month. D. Stores hazardous waste for over 270 days. 3. The primary purpose of the Toxic Substances Control Act (TSCA) is to A. Provide funding for Superfund sites. B. Control air emissions from manufacturing. C. Ensure new and existing chemicals do not pose risks. D. Regulate pesticide application. 4. Which regulation mandates the reporting of extremely hazardous substances under the Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act (EPCRA)? A. Section 112 in JAR. B. Section 313. C. Section 302. D. Section 404. 5. A manifest system under RCRA is primarily used to A. Track chemical releases to the environment. B. Document the transportation of hazardous waste. C. Authorize chemical manufacturing processes. D. Certify compliance with Clean Water Act standards. 6. The DOT hazard class 6 includes A. Flammable liquids. B. Explosives. C. Poisonous materials. D. Corrosives. 7. What is the purpose of a safety data sheet SDS? A. To register hazardous chemicals with EPA. B. To provide handling, storage, and disposal information. C. To monitor waste accumulation. D. To track chemical sales. 8. Which of the following is a method of hazardous waste treatment? A. Encapsulation. B. Incineration. C. Solidification. D. All of the above. 9. A key principle of pollution prevention is A. Treating pollutants before disposal. B. Reducing waste at the source. C. Landfilling waste. D. Transporting waste to remote sites. 10. Which term refers to using a less toxic material in a process to reduce hazardous waste generation? A. Waste diversion. B. Source substitution. C. Recycling. D. Treatment. 11. Life cycle assessment (LCA) is primarily used to A. Track hazardous waste shipments. B. Analyze environmental impacts of a product. C. Develop chemical inventories. D. Estimate air emissions. 12. Which program is designed by the EPA to encourage businesses to reduce pollution voluntarily? A. Clean Air Act. B. TSCA Reform Initiative. C. Pollution Prevention Act. D. WasteWise Program. 13. According to OSHA's HAZWOPER standard, how many hours of initial training are required for a worker at a hazardous waste site? A. 8 hours. B. 24 hours. C. 40 hours. D. 16 hours. 14. The NFPA 704 label uses which colors to communicate hazards? A. Red, blue, green, yellow. B. Red, white, black, yellow. C. Red, blue, yellow, white. D. Orange, black, white, red. 15. The primary route of exposure for most hazardous materials is dermal. B. Inhalation. C. Ingestion. D. Injection. 16. A fire involving flammable metals such as magnesium is classified as A. Class A, B. Class B, C. Class C, D. Class D. 17. The Incident Command System ICS is designed to A. Replace all company emergency plans. B. Establish a standardized hierarchy for incident response. C. Coordinate waste shipments. D. Enforce federal environmental laws. 18. What document is required by OSHA to outline procedures for responding to hazardous material releases? A. MSDS. B. Emergency Response Guidebook. C. Hazard Communication Plan. D. Emergency Action Plan. 19. What does the acronym LEPC stand for? A. Local Environmental Pollution Committee. B. Local Emergency Planning Committee. C. Licensed Environmental Protection Council. D. Legal Environmental Protection Coalition. 20. Which federal agency manages the National Response Center? A. EPA. B. FEMA. C. U.S. Coast Guard. D. OSHA. 21. Risk is commonly defined as A. Hazard, probability. B. Exposure, vulnerability. C. Hazard plus impact. D. Likelihood severity. 22. A material's LD50 value refers to A. The dose that kills 50% of the test population. B. The half-life of a material in the body. C. The legal threshold concentration. D. The lowest documented exposure limit. 23. In environmental risk assessment, receptor typically refers to A. The substance being released. B. The site of waste accumulation. C. The entity affected by a contaminant. D. The detection equipment. 24. Which of the following would best be categorized as a chronic health effect? A. Eye irritation. B. Skin burns. C. Headache. D. Cancer. 25. Under DOT regulations, a shipping paper must include all of the following except a UNNA identification number. B. Shipping name. C. Manufacturer's name. D. Hazard class. Certified Hazardous Materials Manager. The Certified Hazardous Materials Manager CHMM credential, administered by the Institute of Hazardous Materials Management IHMM, is a nationally recognized certification for professionals involved in hazardous materials management, environmental protection, safety, and compliance. The CHMM exam tests knowledge across a range of topics including environmental law, hazardous waste regulations, pollution prevention, chemical safety, emergency response, and risk assessment. It is designed for individuals who manage hazardous materials in industry, government, or consulting roles. Earning the CHMM demonstrates a commitment to excellence, regulatory compliance, and public safety, making it a valuable credential for career advancement in environmental health and safety professions. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of the sample exam. 1. Career advancement. Earning the CHMM credential demonstrates professional competency and commitment, making candidates more competitive for promotions and leadership roles in environmental health, safety, and compliance sectors. 2. Regulatory expertise. CHMMs possess in-depth knowledge of complex environmental regulations, e.g., RCRA, CERCLA, DOT, enabling organizations to avoid costly violations and ensure legal compliance. 3. Professional credibility. The CHMM designation enhances trust among employers, clients, and regulatory agencies by validating the holder's expertise in hazardous materials management and environmental protection. 4. Improved risk management. CHMMs are trained to identify, assess, and mitigate environmental and safety risks, helping reduce liability and enhance workplace safety. 5. Broader job opportunities. The certification opens doors across industries including manufacturing, government, consulting, and emergency response, increasing employability and versatility.